We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright? Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
What we got? Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo, combo, combo. Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
0-0, Mike 3. I know he ain't got it. Check 31, check. Alert, 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 alert. Front it, front it, front it.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okuebunam. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Albert O, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes them so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. Taylor now from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And it will be an excellent return here all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They go play action with Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Herbert on 1st down now. Flush to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's Gordon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's caught left side by Judy. And he's brought down. Gordon will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
It don't matter.
And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Finding Williams once more, complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Now Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Flush to his right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
You got nothing. 49's the mic. Watch. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete, Okuebunam. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Let's go, defense. Zebra. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hang out. Fam. He lurk. Sponge. No. Rush in. Took right. 49's the mic.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half.
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 27, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Herbert's throw there into the hands of Ross. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Herbert. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 29. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Michael O.J. Mudia in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Herbert. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Herbert now. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets him to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
49.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Get him. Get him. Good, guys. 4 down. 4 down. 49. Hey, guys, listen. Let's go.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Ross, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
56. Right there. 56. Check right.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Herbert back to the air. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Coming for you. Mike 56. Mike 56. It's our field.
They snap it to Herbert. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Street. Mike 56. Mike 50.
To the air again, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. Hey, 0. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Left.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 19.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Wilson. Being chased out left.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43.
Weak